So I've been getting a lot of questions lately from clients about how to sort of weigh and measure foods and meal prep and that sort of thing. And it is quite simple, but also I don't want to just assume that everyone already knows how to do it. So I thought I would just show you guys how I make one of my meal preps. This is not going to be anything fancy. It's just a bunch of different carb sources put together, and you can see how I weigh it, how I record it, and all of that. Now, what I am going to be doing is writing the ingredients and the amounts on this paper. Normally, I would not bother doing that. I would actually just enter it straight into MyFitnessPal for tomorrow. But because we're recording this on my phone, I'm going to write it down and just put it in MyFitnessPal after. The first thing I'm going to check, I got my pumpkin here. We don't have to chop that up before we weigh it because we're going to be using the whole thing. I turn on my scale and I make sure the bowl is on there before I turn it on, so it's not, we're not weighing the bowl, that's already factored in. If you forgot to do that, you can just put it on, use the tare function, goes back to 0. So for the pumpkin, this is a Kent pumpkin, 739 grams. So I'll write that down. Now, normally I would also check the calories as I go, but this is going to be very similar to meal preps I've made before, so I know for sure this is all going to be within my calories. But like I said, normally I check that as I go, as I put it in MyFitnessPal. Next up, I'll weigh some of the garlic I'm planning on using. That's 18 grams of garlic. I'm going to put in some cabbage as well. This is just your standard green cabbage. Again, doesn't have to be chopped up for when you weigh it because I'm going to be using all of it. That's 131 grams. Next up, I'm going to be putting in some Spud Light potatoes. I'm probably just going to use the rest of this bag because they're quite low calorie. That's 477 grams of potato. I'm going to put in some mushroom. 127 mushrooms, again, super low calories, so I don't care if it's a little over the 100 that was planned. I'm also going to be adding in this 4-bean mix, but I don't need to weigh that. I know the can has 3 serves, so I'm just going to write down 3 serves. And then our last ingredient, which Yonu really doesn't like. Now, why chicken liver? Well, look, liver is pretty nutritious. Personally, I actually like the taste of liver, especially when I'm dieting. I do like to have something that has a stronger flavor to it. I'll just say 162 grams, because again, it's not the leanest meat in the world, and I don't want to go over my fats for the day. So I'll write that down, 162. And I'm going to cook all this up soon to make that meal prep. Now, while I'm here, I'm going to prepare one more thing, a little snack for tomorrow, and that's going to be my protein oats. I'm going to put my container on there, tare it to 0, get our big old oats container, and I'm thinking about 50 grams of oats. I don't want to spill this, so I'm going to use a spoon. This one, being a carb source, and like a little bit higher calories than the others, I am going to be a little more specific with my measurements, not so haphazard. I'm going to add in this stuff, PB Fit. This is a peanut butter powder that has basically no fat in it. It's just kind of half protein and half carbs. Very strong peanut butter flavor. It's delicious. I'm going to go 30 grams of this. I just really like the flavor of this one. And the protein powder I'm going to be adding after this, if I'm being honest, I don't like the flavor as much. So by including this, it goes from, not particularly tasty protein oats to peanut butter protein oats. Pretty good. And basically no fat. Last up, we got the protein powder. And this one, we're just going with 1 scoop. We don't need to weigh the exact amount. 1 serve is 1 scoop, so that's what we're doing. I'll mix that around and probably add in the water tonight and make that into overnight oats, like your favorite Instagram girlies. That's how we weigh and measure everything. Obviously, now we got to chop it up and cook it. Some will go in the air fryer, some will go in a pan. And then we'll chuck it all together in, this will probably make up like 2, maybe 3 containers worth of foods. And then that's not going to be all my calories for the day, but that'll be a good majority of it, and then maybe for dinner or breakfast or something, we can just make something on the fly and obviously record that as well.